How do you make change happen? How do you bring a vision to life? How do you lead a team to really make a difference? How do you do all that and have crazy hair? I don't know what's going to happen here. If this lockdown doesn't finish soon, I think I'm going to start to resemble Cousin It out the Addams Family. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Simon Phillips. I want to tell you today all about making change happen as a leader. And to do that, I'm just going to tell you my story as the founder of the Changemaker Group, because I think it'll give us some insights and ideas that maybe we can utilize in other areas, and hopefully will help you get started, or if you've already got started, keep the momentum up, because the journey is not a straight line. You've all seen those cartoons that say this is where we start and that's how we anticipate success is going to look. And actually, it's much more like this. And it comes back and then it goes back up again. And it's just never a straight line. However, some of these things that I've done and some of these things that the people around me in the Changemaker Group have done make a real difference. So let me share that story with you. So a few years back, I was really intent on helping people to make change happen. I was conscious that not everybody has studied change management. Not everybody has had access to leadership courses and management development and all those things that help us with our mindset and just our skill set, if you like, in terms of making change happen. And so I wanted to do something that was both useful for the planet, but helpful for individuals to contribute, because most people that I know want to contribute in some way. So where I started was with a thought. Everything always starts with a thought. We give it a grand name, a vision, but I could see clearly in my head the idea of supporting people, whether that was through digital products, whether that was through formal programs, or whether it was from talking to people or creating other resources like books that people could access to make change happen in their own lives, but also within their teams and their organizations and even the wider communities. So that was the vision, nice and simple, helping to develop change makers everywhere. That clarity of vision really helps though, because then I was able to reach out and talk to people about what my vision was. And at that stage, it started to attract much brighter people than me, people that were much more capable in so many areas of the activities that we needed to make this happen. But the thing we focused on was not mechanics. It wasn't let's do A and then B. It was much more about that sense of shared values. What are our values? What do we really think is important? And what are our strengths? So values and strengths became the way that we built our team. And it very much, the language almost immediately became less about me and more about we. The Changemaker Group is a group. I'm just the founder. I'm nothing special in the context of that group. What I am is somebody who had an initial idea, and then I've stuck with it and I've supported and I've done whatever I can as a member of that group. So there's something in there about having that shared value of it's not about hierarchy. We may still have a job title. So if you're in an organization or you're leading a team, you may still have that title of leader. But if you're really going to motor, you're going to need to think about how can I share that? How can we co-create and collaborate in a way that is not about titles? It's actually about everyone contributing, because that's the next step. We've got our idea, we've built our team, now we need to create things. We need to create the environment, we need to create the message, we need to create the products, we need to create the relationships. All of those things put you into a massive creativity mode to get your concept up and running, at least as far as the team is concerned. From there, it's about getting it out into the world, and that takes a lot more than the odd meeting or the odd thought or the odd product development. It's all about empowering people to go and share the information, to go and share the message, to go and develop others. And so all of our product, in inverted commas, all of our product development is actually focused on how can we share this with as many people as possible. So there's a great example there. It's called Change Wisdom. It's co-created by a whole load of us within the group. No one of us is specially commended, if you like, with the within that book. We've just all contributed ideas to help people who want to go out there and make change happen. So that's a fantastic example of something that's about empowering others. And that's what you want to be thinking about with your ideas. How can you empower others as quickly as possible so that it's not about you? It may not even be about your team. It's at this stage you may need to develop some capability. You will probably have a team with very different skills, and you will have some products and some components, if you like, that not everybody in the team is absolutely familiar with. There will be elements of your strategy that require you as a team and as individuals to further develop yourselves. So look around at this stage for what's the capability plan. How are you thinking about developing people so that they can deliver this vision? Because not everybody that started this journey may still be there. A number of people that came on board in the early days of the Changemaker Group have since gone on to do amazing projects in their own right. And what we've done instead is, over time, new people have been attracted to what we're doing, and so they need to get up to speed with all the things that we've already done. So you may have people like that in your team. How can you get them up to speed? How can you help them to grow and develop? That capability planning is critical to any team that's going to deliver change. So that's the next step. And finally, it all comes back to your integrity. Do your actions line up behind your words? Because if they do, people will feel that this is something they want to get on board with and support. But if they detect there's some misalignment there, if you're not necessarily walking the talk, as they say, then maybe people are going to hesitate before they get on board with what you're up to. And I've thought long and hard about this last one, because what I realized is what holds all of this journey together is communication. You have to be able to communicate your vision. You need to be able to co-communicate and develop messages and understand each other. And that takes a lot of one-to-one conversations and time invested in relationships. Relationships are formed out of conversations. So there's communication through conversations. There's communication in the co-creation of things. Anything you want to create within your group, your team, needs constant and consistent communication. So communication basically weaves its way through everything that you're doing as a leader of change. Think about it, refine your skills, get out there, get more training and get more opportunities to put this into action. Because in putting it into action, gaining that experience, you will naturally get better. So communication is the last thing I wanted to talk about, because it's the communication that underlines the culture of your team, the way your organization is perceived, the way that your products are received in the marketplace. Everything is underpinned by the way that you talk about yourselves, the way you think about yourselves, and the way you help others understand how they can get engaged with what you're doing. That's it. Just a quick run through of what works when it comes to making change happen and leading a team that is enthusiastic and excited about the next steps in the journey. I hope that was useful. Give me a thumbs up if it was, and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you back here again next week. Take care.